Welcome everybody to Short Bets Fantasy Sets. I'm in a new location, undisclosed. You don't need to know why or how. But my pup's here chilling with me. Other one's back there for some reason too. He's a little older and he's just hanging out. We need to go outside and get some treats. Anyway, Yankees World Series, but there's more important things to discuss. Football here, as we like to discuss. I'm going to start with the roundtable right now, and I'm going to go with Sir because you're at 3-4, and the Niners that are normally dominant. Brock Purdy did not play well at all, and when you have Patrick Mahomes at plus money, you take Patrick Mahomes at plus money. Sir, how you got going
here? You know what? Yeah, Brock didn't play that well, but neither did Mahomes either. So, like, you know, it was a tough loss. But you know, I've seen this story before. Like in 2020, 2 years ago, same story. They were 3-3, played the Chiefs, lost, and then went to 3-4, and after that, they went on a little run. So, hopefully it's the another run like 2 years ago, but I don't know. These injuries these injuries are piling up. You know, Ayuk's, you know, he's done for the season. Which I can see why he held out for his guaranteed money, because if he had played under his old contract, who knows what would have happened? You know, so the injuries suck, but it is. Hopefully they go on a run starting this week, and then you know after the bye, some people return and we go on a little run. But see what happens.
At least you got your punching bag coming up on Sunday night, which are the Dallas Cowboys that just seem to beat the shit out of every time we play them. My Cowboys that had a bye, which is nice because I had some nice news this weekend and had to focus on that. So it was nice not to have the Cowboys ruin my weekend, if you will. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, like, that was nice not to have the Cowboys ruin my weekend. But they're 3-3, the Cowboys. I don't think they'll win in San Fran this week. I'm staying away from that game. But they don't feel like 3-3. They feel like 1-5. It sucks. I just don't see this team going anywhere. But I won't bore you with that till next week when I go on a rant again when they're 3-4. Nas, the Patriots. I mean, Drake May's looked pretty good in the losses.
Yeah, Drake May, he's progressing, man. I like him. I'm starting to like him a lot. But overall was shit, but
yeah. So stop picking the Patriots in your picks. Stop. Do you think you'll finish last now? Are you accepting that?
No, I don't think we'll finish last.
Okay. Not sure how that's going to pan out. Now, the leaders of your division, the AFCs, Mike, you must be floating high right now, right? Because the division is pretty much wrapped up at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a cakewalk. I don't think the Jets are going to turn around. I mean, they possibly can. Tua's coming back. I mean, it definitely can go the other way, but I just don't see it. I mean, Tua's one hit away, and Rodgers is playing like a bottom 10 quarterback in the league right now. I mean, I don't understand how he's playing so bad. I think maybe they just overrated him going into the Jets. But, yeah, the Bills right now I think are hitting on all cylinders. I think that, you know, getting Amari Cooper. I mean, did you see Keon Coleman last game?
Yeah,
125 yards.
Yeah.
When we did this show, when you got Cooper, I was like, yo, it's going to open other spots for other players, and Keon Coleman's going to be that dude. You're going to see him while we drafted in the second round.
It still don't matter. Wait till Amari Cooper in January sits out on a 3rd and 5 when Josh Allen needs him most. That's where I'm worried about Amari Cooper. But, hey, you guys are flying high right now.
First pass to him was a drop.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with Amari. It's just his I don't want to say toughness because all these guys are tough as shit. It's just I would be weary big spot if he's on the sideline. They're not. I've seen it too much happen in Dallas. But, Mike, stick with that, though, because you mentioned Aaron Rodgers. How long before the Jets, like, they're 2-5? I can't, for the life of me, believe they're 2-5. Like, it is almost hard to fathom that they're 2-5 right now. Like, at what point do they let Aaron Rodgers like stop running the team? And if they have like a 7-10 year, do they just like say, "Bro, retire. We don't need you"? You know.
I don't think they're going to let Aaron Rodgers stop running the team. They're going to let him. They're going to ride this until the boat sinks. I mean, they're not going to shut down Aaron Rodgers or shut him up. He's going to run the team, and I do think the Jets will win 1 or 2 games. I don't know. I mean, it's -7. I mean, versus the Patriots, that's disrespectful to the Patriots. I think that you guys should get a little more love than that because the Jets suck. But I don't think the Jets will turn around. I don't know about getting rid of next year. I mean, they just got Adams for him. They got Lazard. They got all these guys. It's like they got him for him. Like I think this is a 2-3 year project.
I'm all for next year if they would like to trade him to the Cowboys for Dak Prescott, and that we get someone like Bill Belichick and have a Rodgers Belichick combo for one last hurrah. Let's see if he could do it. One hurrah. That's all I'm going for. I would drive and pick him up right down the road. Hey man, like I'll pick you up. Nas, what do you think about the Aaron Rodgers situation? Like, when do you tell him just because it looks like Green Bay is not missing him?
Yeah. I kind of piggyback off what Mike said. I feel like they're just going to continue to let him run it until it sinks, until they can't take it anymore. I don't know when that will be, but I feel like this is his show. He wants it the way he wants it. He got his guys, Allen Lazard, Devontae Adams. Now it's just in his hands.
It's all good, sir. You want it the way you want it, but he's 2-5. So, like, sir, at what point would you be like, all right, man, we can't keep signing these guys. Like, go win a fucking game.
Man, they didn't get rid of that dude, bro. Like, they realized that when they fired Saleh, that they made their choice. Like, it was, so it's pretty much like, I don't know, it's Rodgers' show now. He's the GM, the coach, the quarterback, everything. He might be the president of the organization soon. So,
did you hear that rumor about Rodgers? Why he went there?
No, what?
Well, because Woody Johnson owns like Johnson & Johnson, and Aaron Rodgers is anti-vax, so he wanted to get back at Woody Johnson for making Johnson & Johnson a. Yeah,
we're also forgetting Aaron Rodgers is very close to being the vice president running mate for RFK, which is like very close if he was running. So he might be the vice president of something soon. But yeah, and they're not missing him in Green Bay, which makes him look even worse. Because Jordan Love has just stepped in, and those two walking in a bar in Green Bay right now, Jordan Love is getting in that first seat. That's just how Green Bay is. It's kind of weird. Bring it up every time someone on this show said that, but we'll talk about it.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But let's move on to Lamar Jackson, who's going for his third MVP, probably. Nas probably has a lot to say. Josh Allen and Lamar, I think, are going to finish 1 and 2. Nas, I have to ask you, because I'm kind of with Mike on this. I don't know where Sir really stands. I know Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback. He could win his third MVP this year. I don't think in the eyes of many it makes him an elite quarterback still. Like, you can't say it's because he's black, because Jalen Hurts doesn't get the hate that Lamar gets. There's a lot of black quarterbacks in the league now. Like, what do you think it is that he just doesn't get the respect from Mike even that he might deserve?
I think it all comes down to just winning in the playoffs when it matters. That's what everybody brings up. But I just don't like the fact that he hits these accolades and doesn't get respect for it. Like, you just don't wake up and hit these accolades that he's hitting. He's hitting on all cylinders this year. I think he's going to win another MVP. I think he's playing better than Josh Allen, in my opinion. And like, what more does he need to do? It
is weird, because if anyone else, Josh Allen, Mike, to be fair to Nas' point, if he throws 5 touchdowns, people wake up and they're like, "Oh my God, Josh Allen!" Even Dak, 5 touchdowns. Lamar throws 5 touchdowns
Monday morning.
Yeah. So 5 touchdowns Lamar throws, and it's like, who cares? Like, what kind of throws are they? How did they get set up? Well, did he throw to get down the field, or was he right? It is really, really semantics with it. Mike, what do you think?
I'm not going to base Lamar Jackson off of one game where he threw 5 touchdowns. I'm going to base it off his career. In his career, he's good at playing in October and November. Those are great months he plays. Those are the best months of his career. But when it comes to late December and January, we see the true Lamar Jackson, the Lamar Jackson who cannot throw a football in the playoffs. It's like,
but he just threw 5 touchdowns. Like, what do you think changes?
That's like, one game. That's one game.
I know, but what changes? Because he could throw. He just can't throw at an elite level. But why does it change in the playoffs that he just can't make the throws? Like, what do you think that is? Does that go to your point? He's a bad quarterback?
I would say that he just doesn't. It doesn't prove that he has the grit. Like, it's all about grit in the playoffs. Like, the guy who has that Kobe mentality. That's going to get you to the past like your hard, like the 4th and 1, the 3rd and 6s, the 3rd and 7s, like those hard plays that he's not going to complete those passes, man. And
I think that's a little unfair.
I feel like the reason why it narrows down in the playoffs, because all year, especially last year, all year they go running the ball, and then when it's playoff time, especially when Patrick Mahomes is in the building or Josh Allen, You want him to outplay those quarterbacks, so you want him to sit back there and throw 300 yards, 400 yards with 4 touchdowns, and necessarily that's not what you really need to do. That's what I think it is.
Well, wouldn't you chalk that up to the coaching for trying to make him beat you that way?
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
So throw for 300 yards. You're gonna have to do it. Is kind of what Mike's saying.
He didn't have to throw for 300 yards last year to beat Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship. You and everybody on this show both know.
Zay Flowers fumble changes the game.
It's shit like that happens. But I just feel like he should get a lot more credit than what he gets for what he's doing.
Sir, you seem level-headed on Lamar. Where do you stand with him? Are you with Mike or not?
No, see, the thing is, like, the last time I checked, Lamar, I mean, he's playing good ball, but he's got a man by the name of Derrick Henry in his backfield, who's also balling out. Like, this reminds me a lot of Brock Purdy last year when he had McCaffrey. You know, everybody was saying, "Oh, McCaffrey was running for like 1,000 yards, 550, whatever, doing his thing," and Brock was getting the love. But like, you know, same thing. Like they're like, "Oh, look, have Brock beat you. Have Brock beat you." Lamar has the same thing. Like when you have a good running game, it makes your job a lot easier.
And meanwhile, my team can't average more than 1.5 yards a carry, which is the most depressing thing of all time. I don't know, Nas. I think, sadly, even if Lamar wins a Super Bowl and he runs most of the game, you're going to get the same narrative. He just has that rate.
That's all it is.
But what's weird is you got guys like Jaden Daniels kind of doing exactly what Lamar does, but he's getting praised.
That's because he's a rookie, I feel like.
Yeah, he's a rookie, yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson is the same way. I feel like
he stinks.
But he's able to do move with feet. He just every time he gets hit, he gets hurt. So
yeah,
I just don't know what more he needs to do. Like they say he's a runner. All right, okay, I'll give you the Derrick Henry, but I really don't want to give you that. Then he comes out those 5 touchdowns. Like, what does he need to do? Like,
he didn't have Derrick Henry, the 2 MVPs.
But when I say it, I'm Lamar. But
you know what I think, Nas? People don't like change. And you have a lot of old style people, including myself, admittedly, who likes the pocket quarterback. Not to say Lamar can't throw in the pocket, but there's just something about like a video game type quarterback that I don't know. It's like rubs some fans the wrong way. It's like this isn't really how you play the position. Now he's revolutionizing the position.
Before we get to here, I just want to throw a stat on there. I think he's either 34-1 or 35-1 against NFC quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, he only lost to the Giants, which is like insane. Mike, gun to your head. Where are you putting Lamar? And list of like top 5. You know, are you even in there? Is he even in there with you?
Are we talking regular season or just in general?
Just to start a team.
Regular season, he's a top 2 quarterback.
Start a team. Start a team. There's no line. There's no defense. Like, where are you putting him, you think?
I'd probably put him at 5.
Okay.
Who's the 4 in front of him?
Right. Allen, Mahomes.
Okay.
Burrow.
Okay. Who's the 4?
Right now, I mean, I like people who can throw a football. Give me, I would say,
Jared Goff.
I want to say Jared Goff. I know I'm going to get crap for it.
Yeah, I'm not taking Jared Goff over him.
DJ Stroud, maybe.
Geno Smith.
No, because you're not taking Geno Smith over Dak, and you wouldn't take Dak over Lamar Jackson. Whatever. It is what it is. I think, Mike, see the thing, Mike, you have him in the top 5, so it's not like you undersell how good the guy is. It's just you. I think you're on my level. Like, you want to see him make the throw, but sadly, even if he makes the throw, I feel like we'll get back on the show and be like, it was one throw. So what? Yeah. I do get where you're coming from, Nas. It sucks, but I think Josh Allen, though, no interceptions, Mike. That's a quarterback, right?
That's a quarterback. I agree. And he's right now. He was Mr. Turnover going to the leading. He leads the league in turnovers since entering the league. Well, look how many interceptions he has,
and he's still got no credit.
Hopefully, he can continue in December and January when it matters.
Oh, he's won plenty of games in December. Trust me, and January.
Okay, we'll see.
Compared to Lamar,
we'll see.
It's not wrong. Even like you got some. I will say to Mike's point, there are some quarterbacks who are nowhere near as good as Lamar who have better playoff stats. Now I know you have to watch the game, but he doesn't seem to.
Lamar Jackson is Joel Embiid of the NFL.
Exactly. Basically, until he wins the ring, he won't get that respect, you know.
And it's crazy.
I mean, all right. Well, I hope he does win a ring for his sake because he's a good guy. He doesn't do anything wrong. He plays the game right. He's a good role model. So I hope
guarantee he wins a ring this year. People still won't put him in the top 5.
especially if Mahomes gets knocked out and he doesn't have to beat Mahomes. Like, you
He'll
know,
be a top 10 quarterback then.
Yeah, look at what the Yankees are going through right now. Well, they didn't beat the Astros. They had the easiest path.
I know, yeah.
That's what happens in the NFL. It is what it is. All right. That's really all we're going to touch on here. We're going to get into our picks. Anybody who's listening to our picks, do not listen to me because I'm abysmal because the Raiders kick a stupid field goal to cover and the Packers can't win by 2.5. They win by 2. What a nightmare season for me. So I'm sitting right here. Actually, Mike's still in first at 12-8-1. Nas catching up, though, at 10-11. If you just stop picking the Patriots, he might be in first place. Sir, 9-11-1, and me in the basement at 6-14-1. A lot of games left, a lot of weeks left. We're going to start from the basement up this time because we want to get my picks out of the way because they're garbage. So fast forward now, anybody who's watching, to the 9 viewers and 18 listeners on SoundCloud. What up? I appreciate you. All right, man, we're going to go here. Sir, how many times do I go over unders?
Not much. That's what I'm saying. Not very often.
I'm doing it this week.
This is why you were in last place. Let's get some W's there, kid. Come on.
I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens and Browns over 44.5 because Jameis Winston's playing. And this guy can either throw 5 touchdowns or 5 interceptions. I think points are going to be scored. You know, give me a 27-24 game and you cover. 27-20, you cover. That could happen in Cleveland. I think the Browns are actually going to keep this game close. Give me that as my first pick.
I like that pick.
Thank you, Mike. You liked my one pick last week and I lost, but I appreciate your confidence in it. Now, the Bengals, if they win this game versus Philly, they are getting a 4-4 with the Raiders, I believe, next week. Watch out for them if they win this game. My brother texted me. He's an Eagle fan. The Bengals are 9-3-2 versus the Eagles in their lifetimes, and the Eagles have never won in Cincinnati. And I don't think the Eagles are particularly good. The Giants are a punching bag. Give me the Bengals -3 at home versus the Eagles. Now, sorry, Nas, even though Mike thinks it's a bad pick, I did win one week with the Jets over the Patriots, so I'm going back to the well. And I'm going the Jets -7 in New England. This will be the first time they sweep New England in God knows how long. Maybe the 90s. It could actually be the 90s, maybe 2002. I'm not even sure. The Jets aren't this bad. Like, they have to have one of these games where they put up like 30 points. And the Patriots are just like dog shit on the bottom of my sneaker. So I'm going the Jets -7, Bengals -3, Baltimore and Browns over 44.5. And then we'll go up to the basement here. So, sir, you're up next.
All right. So my 3 picks, I'm going to keep it kind of simple. All right. First pick, give me the Packers -4 over the Jaguars. It's real simple. The Jaguars kind of suck. They've been in London for 2 weeks. I know they beat the Patriots last week, but they still suck. And, and Jordan Love's been lighting up defenses. I don't see the Jaguars keeping up with that offensive firepower that Green Bay has. So give me the Packers -4. Second one, give me the Broncos -10. Again, guess who's back at quarterback for the Carolina Panthers? His name is Bryce Young. That brother is trash. Carolina's 1-6. All their losses have been by 10+ points. Their one win, Andy Dalton was quarterbacking, but he ain't quarterbacking right now because he got to an accident with the fam. So hopefully he heals up. But Bryce Young, still trash. And Denver's been playing good ball, so don't sleep on them. And then the third one, give me the Steelers -6. This game's in prime time. Daniel Jones is still quarterbacking for the Giants. He's awful. Simple as that. Give me the Steelers -6.
All right, sir. Possibly the best pick you ever had. Although, I will say...
No over-unders.
Yeah, no over-unders. I will say, just in NFL fashion, in true NFL fashion, you know this is the game Bryce Young probably wins. Because that's just the NFL. All right, Nas, go.
Probably, but it wouldn't surprise me. But listen, every time I bet against the Panthers or bet for them, they tell me what's up. So, but it's all right.
Nas, you're up.
My 3 picks. Give me the Falcons -2.5 at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is hurt. Godwin's out. Evans is out. They need Trey Palmer, Sterling Shepard to step up. They got Cade Otton. They got a good running game, but I think the Falcons go down there and play ball. Give me that. Give me Cincy I got it at 2.5, but Scott, you said 3.
Yeah,
I'll take.
I just checked before I got on, so it's
okay. Well, give me Cincy -3 at home. Like you said, they got the Raiders next week. They win these next 2. That division's kind of looking a little different, but the Ravens will still be at the top of that division at the end of the year. And my 3rd pick.
Don't do it. Don't do it. My God.
Give me Patriots.
Come on.
When
Man,
you come
what
in
are you doing?
second place at the end of the year to Mike, and he brags all basketball season next year, it's because of your Patriots. Just remember that. It's because of your Patriots.
Division game.
I like the Patriots pick, man. I mean, Jets. Everybody thought the Jets were going to beat the Steelers, and the Steelers beat the crap out of them. Jets are done.
Okay. I'm not saying we win this game, but I
you're not.
I'm sure it wouldn't be close as the first one. I mean, it won't be it won't be a blowout as the first one. Drake Mays, he's coming along, man. We got division games. Everybody's talking about Devontae Adams, but we got a cornerback named Christian Gonzalez that'll be running around with him all day. I think we'll keep that pretty close. So give me the Patriots +7.
Well, if you're gonna throw money on them money line, you might as well throw it into a fire. So don't do it. It's college football season for you, Nas. It's Colorado season.
Hey, I was thinking of a nice 3-leg. I was thinking Patriots money line, Panthers money line, and Saints money line. Underdogs.
Jeez, 10 to win 7 million. All right, Mike, first place go.
I'm gonna go with my boy Sir -6 versus G-Men. Daniel Jones is done. They lost Andrew Thomas for the year. They don't know what they're doing. That whole team's in shambles. Pittsburgh with Russell Wilson looked pretty good the second half versus Jets. And then my second pick is Bears -2.5 versus Commanders. I don't really get that one. Daniel doesn't look like he's about to play. They're gonna. Yeah. I don't know who the backup is.
I like that pick, Mike, because it's weird. It's like they're daring you to take Washington, right? Like they're daring, and
it's not Washington with Daniels at the helm. If Daniels is healthy and he plays, it's fine. But he's not going to play. He didn't practice today, anyways. Bears -2.5. Caleb Williams is playing, I think, pretty well right now in the past few games. My last pick is Lions -11.5.
I like that.
I mean, Mason Rudolph showed his face in the second half versus the Bills. All he could do is complete the balls to the flat or a curl route. The guy cannot throw anywhere past 15 yards. He's terrible. So give me the Lions are fine on all cylinders. 11.5. I think they beat them by over 17 points. They'll destroy them.
Yeah, or they win 47-9. I mean, it could happen. They have beaten a team by that amount this year.
Yeah, who was that against?
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys. All right, that's our picks, guys. I really need a 3-0 week to get back on the schneid, as they call it. Is that still a term? I don't know if that's even a term ever. All right, fantasy sleeper. I don't really know who did what. I just know they weren't great. And you had a fill-in, Mike, last week. Bub, some receiver who ended up getting like 7 points. So I'm not sure. I'm going to give it to you. So I'm going to give you the thumbs up next segment, but you start with your fantasy sleeper this week.
I'm going to go with the guy who it's tough. I mean, Jalen Waddle's 5,400. I wanted to go with Jalen Waddle, but I'm not going to go with him. Is 5,400 too high?
No, that's good.
Yeah, good.
All right. I'll go with Jalen Waddle, 5,400. If he doesn't play because he's questionable, I'm going to go with McMillan from Tampa.
Okay. You asked about prices. Nas doesn't even have prices.
I don't.
So. Speaking of Nas, who you got? And if you say Pat Mahomes, I'm throwing hot coffee on you when I see you.
I'm going to go with Cedric Wilson for the Saints. Last game against Denver, I know they were losing, getting killed, but he had 10 targets, 6 receptions. So I guess him and Spencer Rattler are on a little, rapport. Even though Spencer Rattler might not play, he's questionable. But I don't know if Olave is going to play, but if he does, I think Cedric Wilson will be the other
target.
Yeah. So give me Cedric Wilson.
Sir, who you got?
3,800. Give me Sterling Shepard, wide receiver, Tampa Bay Bucks. Someone's got to catch a pass over there. No Godwin, no Evans for 4 weeks. Shepard's a little bit of a veteran receiver, so we'll go to the cheap option over there. I don't know how that spread is only 2.5. Like, against Atlanta. Atlanta, gave him the business, and that was with Godwin and Evans healthy, and now they're both gone, and 2.5. That's a fishy line.
Couple tricky lines, man. You know what? One of my sleepers, I'm not going to go with them, but Justin Herbert was 5,400, which was weird for a quarterback. I want to go with him. I'm going to go with Mark Andrews, 4,000 as a tight end. He scored 2 straight weeks, and I don't know, he seemed to have a vendetta versus, a little chip on his shoulder when likely started getting more targets, and that is still, I think, Lamar Jackson's security blanket. So give me Mark Andrews, 4,000, which I think is pretty decent for a tight end who just broke the record for most receiving touchdowns in Ravens history. So we're good there. All right, Mike, give us your thumbs up, thumbs down.
My thumbs up is to Josh Allen and Keon Coleman. I mean, those two guys.
I knew that was coming.
Unbelievable.
Those two guys, killed it on Sunday, and I really do think Keon Coleman is going to shine the next few weeks. Cooper opening up more routes for him. He should have had a touchdown on that 65-yarder. I don't know why he kept on going like zigzag, and we could have just went for the touchdown. But yeah, I mean, we're firing all cylinders right now. I think the Bills are going to kill the Seahawks. I should have took -3, by the way, but I don't bet on my own team ever. So
At Seattle,
they got no DK. They have no DK.
all right.
I mean,
And Kenneth Walker's questionable.
There's
Okay.
gonna be a lot of targets. Who's your thumbs down? You got anyone? Lamar
Thumbs
Jackson
down
not
is-
throwing 6 touchdowns.
No. I mean, thumbs down is the Cleveland Brown fans, how disrespectful they were to boo, or no, I'm sorry, they were cheering when
Oh yeah, I heard that.
John
You
Watson was
deserve
getting
it.
carted off the field when
Yeah.
he just tore his Achilles. That was a low blow move. I know the Browns franchise is miserable, and I get it, but you never root for an injury, specifically to a guy, who's been through a lot. I mean, obviously he's done some really bad stuff, but yeah, I think that was pitiful of the Browns fans.
Right, reminds me of when Michael Irvin hurt his neck at Veterans Stadium and the Eagles fans cheered when I was like 12 years old. Real classy, Philly. All right, guys, that's our week 8 there, and enjoy the World Series, Yankees in 5. But let's go, everyone.